Hi, my name is Kevin Burns, and this week's religious education video is 4 ways to do the things you don't want to do and get closer to God while doing it. I think I need a shorter title. We're all probably at the point of the stay-at-home order where we feel like we're Bill Murray in Groundhog's Day. We see the same people, we do the same things. Sometimes we do those things multiple times a day. And that's what we're talking about today. Doing all those little menial chores and tasks that we have to do, but we hate doing it. My wife and I both hate doing the dishes. It's always an act of self-sacrifice to do the dishes for the other person. And every one of these little tasks can be a mountain to climb. But God can be in all these tasks, and all these tasks are good to him because he made all things good. And this includes the dirty dishes or the dust that you have to wipe up and all those little mundane tasks that you hate doing. So here are 4 ways to do what you don't want to do and get closer to God while doing it. Number 1, learn how you procrastinate. What is the pattern? What tasks do you do when you're avoiding doing something else? Do you just go on your phone and have some screen time? Or do you do a whole nother chore so that you're still productive while you avoid doing what you're doing? My daughter figured out that if she offers to pick up her toys, she can delay bedtime, which was really cool until she never went to bed and kept finding things to pick up. And all of these things are done to delay doing what you actually need to do. And that leads to point number 2, don't delay. Don't sit there and think about how you don't want to do it. You'll just come up with more and more reasons, more and more annoyances that you find with the task, and it'll get harder and harder to do it. As my mother used to say, yeah, hi mom, you could have done it by now. And then you can ask yourself, where does God fit into this? Because one of the best ways to do this and take these annoying little things is to bring them to God, offer to God. I know it's an old phrase that we all heard in Catholic school or growing up, and it's more than just for when you stub your toe when you're 11 years old. It comes from something good. It means take this annoyance and bring it to Christ as a cross and carry your cross just like Christ did, because every little thing can be a cross. And if you carry these small crosses, you will be faithful in when you need to carry bigger ones, because no matter what, when you put your will in something good above yourself, you're learning how to act like Christ and learning how to be faithful to Christ. And the best way to do that, best way to turn an annoying thing into a cross is by finding a way to bring prayer or bring God into it. You could listen to a spiritual audiobook, you could listen to a Catholic podcast, or just recite a simple prayer while you do it. You could say the Jesus prayer, the Hail Mary, the Glory Be, the Our Father, whatever, as you're vacuuming, as you're sweeping the floor, doing the dishes. Because if you have your mind on Christ, you are praying in a way. And the more you think about God, the more you can become like him and the more he fills your whole life. Prayer isn't complicated. It is hard, but it's not complicated. And as I said, this is all great practice for following God. When you do things you don't want to do, you practice for when God asks you to do something you don't want to do, because discipleship is about eventually giving your whole self to God. And God will ask more and more of you the more and more you become his disciple. And it will always be hard. So if you've already trained yourself in little ways how to put something bigger than yourself above what you want, then when God asks you of something, you'll be prepared. I hope this video is helpful. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out to my office or St. James in general. And we'll be back next week with another video. If there's anything you'd like me to talk about or anything you're having trouble with, please feel free to reach out. And now that I'm talking, I think I just talked myself into doing the dishes. Thank you. God bless.